Welcome to the Phil Taylor Jones Show once again. I'm your host, Phil Taylor Jones, and we're very happy that you could be with us for this little adventure we're going to go on today. We're going to be talking about a little creature worship that's been going on for the past few days. The Pope is in the country. Oh, joy, the Pope. Folks, there's something about this guy that makes my skin crawl. You look at his face and you just, or at least for me, and not that I'm Catholic or a big religious, Bible thumper or something like that. But when I look at this Francis guy, I just don't get that same benevolent feeling that I got when I looked at John Paul II, who was here in this country about the early to mid 80s. He came over and he wasn't political at all. He came over and he was talking about how we should have love for our fellow mankind, and he was actually here to talk to the entertainment industry about cleaning up their act, a little bit. Not to censor things, but to tone it down a little bit, because our young people, were really getting behind what the entertainment industry was pumping out, which was filth and pure crap, just like it always has. Well, no, let me take that back. It always wasn't that way. Back when I was growing up in the 60s and in the 50s, we had decent programming on telly. We had decent movies to go to. We had decent music to listen to. Nowadays, trying to find something decent is a bit of a stretch. And that's what he was here to address. Unlike this Francis character, who seems to have his fingers in more pie than he actually should. He's preaching his global warming or climate change crapola, which we basically know that's basically what it is, crapola. The earth is going to be the earth no matter what. It has warmed up, it has cooled down ever since it's been spinning around in the universe. That's the way it happens. Now, as I alluded to earlier, I am a strong believer that we should take care of Mother Earth, not pollute it, mess up our waterways, our airways, and just keep the land pristine. Beautiful spots of land that are just gorgeous so that you can go and unplug. To keep those that way, yes, I'm a strong believer and supporter of that. But this global warming, climate change crapola, get it out of here. So now he's chomping at the bit and beating on the tom-toms with that. He was also one of the main ones to broker this deal between the reconciliation of Cuba and the U.S., which I was totally against. We have had no need for them thus far, so let them stay down there, let them be Cubans, and we stay up here and we be Americans. Obviously there was a reason that there was that 50-year rift between. So, just because old man Castro kind of fell by the wayside, his brother took over, doesn't necessarily mean that there's been a total change of, shall we say, political ideology or the like. So I think it should have stayed status quo, but we'll keep an eye on that one. He had his finger in that. Now he's telling us that we need to be more tolerant of these foreigners coming in and all of that. Well, this I have to say to you, Pope. Why don't you be more tolerant and take them all over to the Vatican with you? You've got more money than God. You've got space over there. Why don't you let them all move in with you? And then you can have your little, what is it he has, his mass. You can have your mass with the muzzies, Mr. Pope. I mean, come on. This guy, I look at him this way. If he were an automobile salesman, he, to me, seems like the type that say, hey, how would you like this little beauty over here for $49.95? And you say, oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you put down your $49.95 and it says, for $500 extra, would you like a motor to go in it? He just, like I said, he makes my skin crawl. He's the type of fella that you'd shake hands with, and after doing so, you count your fingers to make sure they're all there. Now they've even adopted this saying, Francis, of the Francis effect. He's not going to have any effect on anything, and I'll tell you why. In today's society, as I said so many times before, wrong is the new right. Not that I think he's all that right, but people today are really, and like I said, most people today, the vast majority, there are the few out there who want to do the right thing, but a great many of them are so prone at doing wrong, they don't know how to do right. And you think that this pitiful old geezer is going to come along and break their cycle? Nope, don't think so. Go somewhere else, go to another store. You ain't buying that here, you know. Even John Paul, when he came and he was out at Universal Studios here in California, not too far from Los Angeles, about maybe 10 minutes away from general Los Angeles. He was out there and he talked to the record industry, he talked to the movie industry, he talked to the television industry, anything entertainment, he was speaking to them, saying, you know, tone it down. I'm not here to censor you. That's not my job, that's not my position, but at least tone it down a little bit so that our youth won't be so affected by it. You think they heeded that man's warning? Hell no, they got that much more intense. They got worse. So here comes this pitiful old geese. He thinks he's going to make a statement? No way, no how. They're going to do what they want to do, and they're going to be what they want to be. I understand that he was making a speech there in Washington, and Mr. John Boehner was crying. He was actually getting emotional. And some of these other people, you know, creature worshiping. I mean, this old geese is nothing more than an old geese, like I'm an old geese. I'm going to die one day. You know, I get sick and subject to die, or just die of old age. He's going to do the same thing. He's no better or no worse than me. Well, maybe he might be a little worse, but he's no better than anybody else. And all of this creature worship. Now, let me just hit you with this one. I live in Los Angeles, California. I could probably spit over into Hollywood. I know a scam when I see one. I know a theatrical setup when I see one, just as sure as my name is Phil Taylor Jones. Now, he's going down the route in his Pope mobile. Oh boy, Pope mobile. Who's the name is Batman? Holy Bible's Pope man. Come on, Pope mobile. Anyway, it was called the Papal Protection Vehicle, the PPV, back when John Paul, you know, there was an assassination attempt on his life. They came up with the PPV, but now it's the Pope mobile. Anyway, that notwithstanding, he's driving on down the thing, standing up, you know, waving and doing all this business. You know why he does that, by the way, all of this hand stuff. So he can keep his fingers and hands limber so he can count all that money when he gets back to the bank. That's why he's always... Anyway, so he's going on down the thing, and all of a sudden he stops the vehicle and calls out the name of this little foreign child so he can bless her. And all those people out there, millions probably lining to see him because, oh, you know, this is better than Jesus' second coming, or whatever. So he stops, and then this little pitiful mess goes up to him, and he scoops her up and kisses her and hugs her. And, oh, come on. You think of all of the American children that were out there, and he picks this one little foreign one. What a crack of crap.
It's foreign.
You know, like everything else in this country is foreign washed.
He's speaking in that language and stuff.
Yeah, speaking in their language. I mean, come on, speaking Spanish, and then all that kind of crap over. This is America, pal. And I'm sure with all your papal duties, one of them must have been to, you know, learn how to speak, or at least greet people in their, you know, native tongue. And you couldn't even do that until after you spoke in a foreign language. I mean, come on, get out of here.
When you said 3 words, God bless America, everything else was in Spanish.
Oh yeah, he says, God bless America. You heard my brother, God bless. Well, somebody needs to bless it because Lord knows it messed up. And, you know, we've got quite a few months to go before old bastard leaves out of here. I don't know what we're going to get in there, but I can remain forever the optimist. That's all I can say, because Political muckety mucks are going to be political muckety mucks, and those that may be entering the field of political muckety mucks, they learn fast. And so I can only say I can remain forever the optimist about what's going to be in there in 2016. But yeah, for this Pope guy, I'll be glad when he leaves, because number one, I wouldn't trust that guy as far as I could throw a 747-8, the new big one. And I mean, you look for television programming, it's all messed up and fouled up because they're following him, waiting until he comes out of the airplane and walks down the stairs. And then there's old bastard and his slimy family there to meet him. Oh, what a bunch of dirtbags they all are. And why interrupt regular programming for these sleazoids? Folks, you know, I don't trust this guy. He's got his nose in everybody's business. Why doesn't he stick his nose where it's supposed to be? And that's over there in the Catholic realm, and maybe stop some of these priests and things from going up under them little kids' robes in the confessionals and messing around with little kids. Why doesn't he, you know, address that? He's so possibly against, you know, homosexual people and all of that. But, you know, these homosexual and perverted pedophile priests, why didn't he, you know, go over there and take care of that and keep his nose out of politics? I mean, our political system is screwed up as it is with, you know, old bastard in the game. We certainly don't need some Bible thumping, hand limbering up, money grabbing Pope to come over here and try to tell us what to do. Go over there and you know, get your own place together. I'm pretty sure there's some skeletons rattling around over there. So I just had to, you know, kind of weigh in on that one, folks. This guy makes my skin crawl. You know, try to remain happy in this nutty, mixed up, crazy, crumbly world we're in. Now, the world is fine. I take that back. It's the society that sucks like a Dyson vacuum cleaner. But, you know, try to keep your sanity. We're dealing with all these pitiful Republicans and Democrats and all of this crappy government stuff. The economy. Oh, just let me have a little piece of your time here. You're talking about the economy so much better. Yeah, right. Even rats are complaining in the alleys because we're not throwing away as much food as we used to because we don't have it ourselves and we're eating it all. Poor rats are complaining.
Yeah, to steal a slice of pizza in the New York subway and drag it down with
Right.
you.
There was a picture of this poor rat stealing. I hate rats, but I kind of felt sorry for this one. He's trying to grab a piece of pizza to take home to his little ratty kids, you know, because times are so bad. This idiot old bastard's talking about the economy's so much better. Yeah, right. P.U. Anyway, try to remain happy and retain a little bit of your joy, and we'll see you right back here on the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Have a good one now. Bye-bye.